Former pro cyclist and NBC Sports, Christian Van Veld.
He's done everything from the Tour de France team time trial with Lance Armstrong to pulling for Ivan Basso in the mountains.
I'm done with y'all. Not the kind of gaiety. So what is it?
Bikes.
Oh, come on, bikes.
Fixies. We ride Fixies. You know what Fixies are?
I want a Trixie. And I got a nice ass. I can Trixie, yeah.
I'm really excited to meet Christian, but I'm curious, and I kind of want to know how well he knows Bob.
Which Bob?
Bob Costas.
I've been lucky enough to be part of a dozen Olympic Games with NBC.
Duh. To be a Southern gentleman, you say good morning, my lady, a lot?
Are you Ryan Lochte's little brother?
Oh my God. Looks just like him.
Starting. Oh, dude, you brought a pump. Perfect.
I did bring a pump. You got sew-ups and race wheels.
No, these are clinchers.
Really?
Yeah.
Those are sweet.
Do you think you're ready to go?
I have no idea what to expect riding a fixed gear up this hill, nor down it. Actually, I'm more concerned about riding down it than up.
Down's the best part. State your name.
Christian Van Veld.
What street did you grow up on?
Elm Court.
Huh. What's your mother's maiden name?
Leston.
Leston. It's the last 4 digits of your social security number.
I'm not going there.
Do you call it a sports broadcaster? Are you a sports analyst?
I guess it'd be analyst. Definitely not broadcaster.
So broadcast would be like the hardware side then?
Yeah, I think so. That's at least that's what they put next to my name, because I don't know what to call myself either. Actually, my kids asked me last night, "What do you do again?"
So
I didn't have an answer.
So you actually start out on a fixed gear?
Yeah, if you want to back up. I grew up in Chicago, so didn't really have the best roads to ride on, so I raced in Northbrook Velodrome and Kenosha. So yeah, that was my really entrance into the sport, was on the track. All my dad, my great uncles, my grandpa all loved racing on bikes. And the track, especially in Chicago, was one of the bigger things, with the track being quite near. So yeah, that was the reason I really started it. It's kind of like if your dad's a golfer, you probably try to be a golfer. 96, I didn't make the team. I actually thought about stopping completely after that. I was so disheartened by how much hype there was and then not being able to be with those guys. And then, yeah, then I made the Olympic team in 2000. And that's the last time I've been on a fixed gear bike.
Let's ask a better question than the last time you rode a fixed gear. When's the last time you rode a fixed gear up a hill?
Never. I mean, the most I would do is ride my pursuit bike back and forth to the track. Coming down the hill was always fun in traffic. Only got hit one time.
Was it because of brakes or the lack thereof?
Yeah, somebody just took a right-hand turn into me. I went into her, can't stop.
Don't want to. Have you seen Premium Rush?
No.
Oh my God. It's the Fast and the Furious of fixies.
All right, I'll go check it out.
There's so many good one-liners. The girl in the crew has brakes, and they all like roast her about it always. They're like, those brakes are gonna kill you one day.
I'm happy we have brakes on today. I used to train with my dad though on the road, doing motor pacing like this on my track bike. We had a little industry park not so far away from our house and just do laps and laps and laps and laps behind him on a little gear.
The world is dying to know, what was your gear ratio when you did that?
86 at 50/16.
50/16, okay. The fixed gear crit world, the standard is 48/14.
Uh-huh.
And then if...
Well, that was training. So when I raced, usually like, I mean, the sport's changed so much. Not even the same sport that I race in. What they race in the pursuit and the sprints, oh my goodness. But usually like 52/15 was like years. We had no idea what we were doing though.
Breaking Away, the movie.
Yeah.
The Premium Rush of the 80s, right? Is that 90s?
Yeah, it was late. No, it was 78. They filmed it in 79 it came out.
And you were racing back then?
That was free, man.
You're free.
I'm not that old, Jesus Christ. Talk about doing the Tour de France and this and that. And they find out, wait, your dad was in Breakaway? Who cares about anything you've done, man? Breakaway, yeah, crushes everything.
When did you become pro?
98.
90s are like my favorite time, I think.
Colors.
Yeah.
Everyone had neon clothes, chrome bikes.
Jinko jeans. Did Jinko ever approach you?
No. The best brand that I got to wear was No Fear.
Walk me through the first few years of your career and what kind of made it different then than now?
Everything was put together so well for the track program. So my training, everything, and then being a pro, you're left to your own devices and training, things like that. So it took me a while to really understand what the hell I was doing. And that year, we only had, as US Postal, I think we only had 15 riders. And so if you were breathing, you were racing, more or less. I think I ended up racing like 115 days that year. Yeah, I know.
You left the Postal Service in 2003?
Yeah.
Where'd you go from there?
I went to, had the longest year of my life in Liberty Seguros, and then begged my way onto CSC with Bjarne Riis, and stayed there for 3 years. Bobby Julich was there, Jens Vogt.
Ivan Basso?
Basso, my first roommate there. Dave Zabriskie came over there with me. Uh-oh.
It's getting a call.
Your wife just woke up.
Yeah, that was my wife. Where'd you go from CSC?
CSC right to Garmin. And that was a big leap of faith, because at that point in time, we weren't in the Tour de France. We had to work to get a wild card. And I was really going from the best team in the world at that point in time in 2007. That was a big, big change in my career that year.
It was the American boys, right? I mean, there's a lot of international talent on your team, but...
Yeah, but mostly all American. You know, they had, their team was called TIA Creft before that, and then Slipstream. We had Chipotle burritos as a sponsor. And
did you get the lifetime Chipotle burrito?
not a lifetime, but we got this metal card that we could use whenever we wanted to get whatever for free.
So when there was like the scare of, what was the first thing they had with like the disease?
Yeah, it was salmonella.
Salmonella.
Yeah.
When they had
Chicken.
salmonella, my wife and I went there like 3 times in 1 week. We just craved it. It was so weird. We think that their PR team is onto us.
Is that like one of those any news is good news kind of thing?
I guess, good PR. That PR is good PR. Yeah, Chipotle had some like chemical in the bowl they use for the burrito bowls that apparently causes cancer, so we started going there. When you hung up the bike and you actually cut it in half through my surveillance drone I had at your party, what was next for you?
Well, I did literally cut my bike in half, but I really didn't think I was gonna ride my bike too much anymore. I had a basic idea that hopefully I'd do some stuff with NBC, Tour of California, Tour de France, but pretty much anything that came by, I said yes to.
Smart.
Yeah, I just said, screw it, at least I'll know what I like and I don't like, and do more of the stuff I like and do less of the stuff I don't like.
What didn't you like?
I tried to go in the corporate world a little bit. I was a little bit kind of a money manager for a second. Kind of like what you were saying. When you do something, you do it all, you're all in.
Yeah.
I'm the same. So I couldn't do it, I didn't want to do it half-ass. There's no way I wanted the responsibility, especially with somebody else's money, to not be all in. So that didn't last long. And yeah, it's been fun doing NBC and staying involved in the sport that I love. Don't get to see the riders as much as I thought I would ever do. You know, everyone has this perspective of what it's going to be like when you go over there. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to get these interviews all the time. I'm going to talk to these guys at dinner and breakfast.
Is Phil Liggett just wandering the like lobbies of these hotels?
No, we don't see anybody, man. They come to us every day, so we're always, unless it's a time trial or a specific stage, for the most part, we're always 150 to 200 miles away from those guys.
The Olympic Village post-race, what happens there? And were you married?
I never got to see the full shenanigans, but it's the best freak show you've ever seen, just walking around Olympic Village. Small people, big people,
Probably just
everything in between.
insane.
Oh yeah, it really is.
6-year-olds faking to be 18. Did you ever meet Bob Costas?
I did really quickly at breakfast, my first day there in Rio. So that was pretty neat.
How well do you know him?
I do not know him.
You don't know Bob Costas?
No, I just went and said hi.
Where did Bob Costas grow up?
No clue.
What was like Bob Costas' like favorite subject in high school?
Yo, I just tell you, I don't.
Though I love the very technical Eurosport coverage,
Yeah.
it's very detail oriented. I love the NBC coverage.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch, and it brings it back to the way I like to have conversations with people. I don't like to ask you what your FTP was, how many times you'd poop before a race.
Yeah.
Maybe that one, that's a fun
Yeah,
one.
I mean, you have to think about when you're doing NBC, or any Eurosport for that matter, you have to think about who's watching the TV.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's everyone from the hardcore person to your aunt who has no idea. To
Watching the Tour de France with Phil Liggett, Paul Sherwin, sure I only knew two pro cyclists. I knew every damn castle in France.
Yeah, that's not Phil, that's Paul, man.
Yeah. If you would know food joints,
Oh yeah.
what a great guy.
Fuck. I miss him so much, you have no idea, man. Don't get me emotional now.
Yeah.
We're almost there at the top.
Yeah, you were in like the Olympics for what kind of track racing?
It's not sprinting.
Where are you half wheeling me? So, when you
I just
rode
gotta
with your
crash
dad, did you attack him?
Oh God! Oh, there's a top.
Oh, is there a county line sprint?
There is. Oh shit!
One of my favorite things about the East Coast is how close everything is. You have the White House would be. Do you know which way the White House is? That would mean.
Yeah, White House would be. Yeah.
See, I told you I hone in on something that.
That you know nothing about.
So if you couldn't tell, I'm quite the Bob Costas fan.
Yeah, that's quite obvious.
I'd kind of like to learn how to do broadcasting of sports, of video segments. I just kind of want to talk about stuff with someone that's a professional at doing it. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two of how Bob does his job.
I'd love to.
Let's watch some videos together and let's get cozy. And
No.
so right away, starting off, kind of like when we start our interview, this is how I pictured you racing and breaking away.
When I was 2.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That first form is everything here. Wow.
I showed this to my daughters and I said, I expect more.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka's got talent. All right. I totally missed that.
Was that a brick?
Oh, they're just beating him now. All I know is that he's 32. He's got concussion protocol now. He can't perform for 2 weeks. They put him back in the game?
No, he's back in.
He's back in the game?
Give him some Gatorade.
Why does this kid own a samurai sword? Whoa, you are in trouble, bro. He better take a residency in a different household, man.
Have you ever YouTubed bike crash to see what's on the first page?
No, because I'm always scared it's gonna be me.
Yeah. Well, in this case,
Oh, is
it's
this
me.
Is this So where are you? I want to.
That was the first
Let's go
guy.
back. Really?
So
And how many people hate you?
what's half of Red Hook?
Is that why you keep on asking about Bob Costas?
No.
Is that what
Was
happened?
Bob Costas in the crash? Oh my God. She's on
Is she
the
calling 911? Why is she not watching? She's acting like there's nothing going on.
with the real Slim Shady. Please throw up.
This is the best trailer park action ever, man. Who found that one?
I did. So that was fun. Did you have fun? You had a blast, didn't you? That was probably the most fun you've probably had this summer.
It was close.
Yeah, that's definitely the most fun you've had. All right, let's start going down the mountain now. That's my favorite part of this whole thing. Let's talk about gear ratios. I put you on a 48-15. I'm on a 49-15. Did you hear that, folks? That's a 49-15. Do you like this ending?
Not on a 6-year bike. You're not me pedaling, man.
Do you worry about pedal strike?
Yeah, I'm just terrified.
Just be like aware of it.
I'm aware. Nice work.
180 RPM. 180.
That was fun. Oh! That didn't take long.
Mechanical.
Dude, that was the shortest skid. That's right, dude. That was fun.
That was awesome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
I just need a patch. Going downhill was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was probably the most fun you've ever had in your entire life.
I love to say that I had no fun, but I have to be honest, I did.
You know, going back to nostalgia.
If you weren't there, I would have had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Did that terrify you a little bit, kind of weaving in and out?
No,
and energizing?
just your presence alone.
Just my presence.